I already feel so much better from last time now that I'm not doing any of the stupid side quests from this game. No blitzball, no sphere break. The best part of this game is the feeling I get whenever I skip those pointless, shitty minigames. In fact, without all that stuff, the game's only about 25 hours long, and most of that is leveling up your dress spheres. And oh man, is that drawing magic all over again. You see, character levels are one thing, dress spheres are another. Dresses level up separately from your character, and you gain points every time you use a job ability so you can get more job abilities. Problem is, you need a lot of points, there are a lot of dress spheres, and getting points takes a lot of time. You'll spend days just running around in circles around a save point, fighting the same monsters over and over and over again, which I guess is pretty standard if you played old school RPGs, but geez, here it's just tedious and it really breaks up the game's momentum, especially when you find the trick to maxing out your dress spheres with basically no effort. I think everyone figured this out at some point playing the game. All you have to do is find an elemental monster and have your white mage cast Reflect on the party. Since elementals only have one attack, that's casting an element spell, the spell will bounce off your party and hit the monster. So the monster can't touch you, and you can pretty much use any ability you want, as many times as you want, since the monster is healing itself with its own reflected spells. Nobody is hurting anybody, you're getting job points, and you can max out all your dress spheres in one combat given enough time and patience. Oh great, once again a game I can play without actually looking at it. You know guys, if I can play the better part of your game while comfortably reading a book, and I did, you have failed as storytellers! And programmers! Even so, the combat and job system are still easily the best parts of this game despite my bitching. I'd even go so far as to say that despite it being very easily exploited in many different ways, there's a lot of depth and strategy to be discovered. It's just too bad the diverse job system is buried beneath the flimsy excuse of the dress spheres. It's still better than the fucking sphere grid from 10. Way better. Oh god, that sucked. Can you believe I didn't even mention that in my review of 10? That was one of the worst things about it. At least here you can just pick any ability you want to master. It's straightforward, that's all I'm asking for. As with the last game, it's the story that downright insults you with its near-constant facepalm-worthy nonsense and completely unrelatable protagonists. Take this one, in which you play a group of ditzy girls who dress like skanks and fly around the world murdering people for shiny balls that contain recordings with less worthwhile content than a video of Keyboard Cat. I'm not even joking, I mean, I know this is a video game, and I'm supposed to just think of these poor bodyguards I'm gunning down by the hundreds as mere obstacles that turn into coins when they die, but my god, these poor fuckers are dying to protect this? This is not an end that justifies the means! Anyway, back to Xanarkand. You fight a boss there that's recycled shamelessly from the last game, only to find it's guarding a broken piece of a sphere instead of a whole one. So, once again, our diligence is so richly rewarded, I could piss myself.
All that for nothing.
So, back to the ship to go chasing down another sphere. Second verse, same as the first, and the third, and fourth, and fifth.
We're getting reports of an awesome sphere. Looks like it's already drawn quite a crowd.
Oh, are you detecting waves of awesome coming off that sphere too? Set course, warp factor 1.
I wonder what this awesome sphere is like. Well, it's definitely awesome. It will be, won't it?
It's just gotta be awesome because the guy looking at the radar told us it was. It sure would have been nice though if his radar had told us not to go after those spheres that were pieces of fucking shit. How do you know it's awesome? And what does that even mean?
We're getting reports of an awesome sphere.
Oh, I see. He's getting reports. Okay, assholes. I'll play. Reports from who? What, are people just getting on their ham radios and calling it in? I mean, why would they do that? Tell a bunch of sphere hunters about it who are just gonna come down and steal it from them. And how do they know it's awesome? If they know it's awesome, logically they must have seen it. And if they've seen it, why don't they just tell you what's on it and save you the trip? Otherwise, they haven't seen it, and therefore have no idea whether it's awesome or not! This whole thing with the sphere waves is such a transparent plot device. This guy might as well just say, I just read ahead in the script, guys. The plot says we should go over to Kilika Village for the next thing to happen. This is the first time we get a good look at the cultural impact of Sin's destruction. There's a lot of tension between the two big religious factions new on Spirit to the point that violence has started to break out between them. And honestly, I really don't understand what either side's deal is. The first is the religion of New Yevon, which is just weird. I mean, New Yevon? What do they believe in? That Yevon wasn't such a bad guy? The dude was a genocidal theocrat who killed millions when he used magic to become a flying Godzilla. At the risk of violating Godwin's law, isn't that a lot like being a neo-Nazi? Why would anyone join New Yevon when Yevon was the guy who butt-fucked this very village with a goddamn tsunami? As for the Youth League, I guess their organizing principle is not being old? Wearing ridiculous thongs? I don't know. It's really not much of a theology, even compared to New Yevon. I mean, say what you like about the tenets of National Socialism, dude, at least it's an ethos. I don't know, maybe the writers are trying to illustrate some kind of generational gap, which might resonate just a little bit better if I ever saw a single character in this game over the age of 30 except Macon, and he's dead. When you get to where the awesome sphere is, the Youth League is besieging the New Yevon Temple and trying to extort the sphere away from them. That's when the New Yevon guys, who I remind you are explicitly against the use of Machina, attack you with a fucking Judge Dredd battle robot.
Nice knowing you!
And does a single member of the Youth League help you out in this fight? Hell no. There is no way this awesome sphere can possibly live up to the hype, you know. Come on, what could be on this sphere that's so awesome? Awesome! No, actually, we see a guy who looks like Titus, but who doesn't dress like nearly as much of an idiot.
You know, you're all I can count on to save land.
I gotta admit, not really feeling the awesome on this one. I guess if we're grading on a curve of all the spheres we've seen so far, maybe?
Well, now this isn't any fun at all. I really gotta let off some steam.
What do you got in mind?
Why don't we ask Una to dance?
That's a good idea, weird gas mask wearing perverted freak child. Why are you wearing a gas mask?
Oh, that's it! You must dance. Our sanity depends on it.
That sounds like an order, Una.
Well, she's strangely into the idea. And here the flimsy plot gets derailed completely so you can prepare for a concert. You pick up some hitchhiking musicians whose costumes are so ridiculous and awkward they can't even walk. Oh, what? You think I'm exaggerating? You think I'm nitpicking? These assholes are literally stuck in the hallway, unable to move, and need to be pushed into the elevator to do the concert. This is a thing that is actually happening. I mean, why? Why do I have to do this? And why are the controls for this so fucking atrocious? All I want to do is push these fuckers in the elevator, but it's a task that's virtually impossible because the controls are so goddamn crippled. I mean, look at... I want to push the guy forward in a straight line in the elevator, but I can't, it's like they move around like on a fucking air hockey table or an ice rink or something, and oh, Jesus, I gotta do this 2 more times? I can barely get behind these guys, let alone see them. I mean, oh, what the fuck is this? Christ, the fucking camera is horrible. I just want the fat bitch to go in the fucking elevator. I mean, what the fuck? In real life, this wouldn't be a problem. You just get behind the fucker and push, but in no way, with no combination of mind-altering fucking drugs, could anyone think this is a well-designed, interesting, fun part of the game. I mean, look at this. What the fuck am I doing? I am pushing a fat fucker with bongo strapped to his gut into an elevator. If he'd fucking go in, I mean, oh, fuck, what the fuck? He bounced! He bounced out of the elevator, and now he phased through solid matter. I mean, what the fuck are these guys anyway? Of course, they'd have to be furries, even though we never see a single representative of their respective races outside of this fucking concert. You know, I'm hearing a lot of instruments at this concert, like snare drums and an electronic keyboard, but you know what I'm not hearing is a blue fucking lizard slapping gut bongos, a man-sized eagle strumming a fucking harp, and a nightmare cat creature simultaneously playing a didgeridoo, and some kind of 2-headed horn I can only assume is attached directly up his ass. Oh, come on. Even songs written by the Monkees had more substantive lyrics than this.
Monkey!
No, these monkeys. You're telling me she doesn't know the words to any songs? This is her whole set? This music is almost as bad as that one time I got tricked into going to the Nostalgia Chicks accordion recital. you believe this? They didn't even attempt to make the lip flap sync up with the singing. This is horrible. Her mouth's just lazily opening and closing like a fish.
La